Welcome everyone to Independence Day Cup, and sorry for me being late. Fifth round is going on. Let's see this game. Raja 27 versus unbeaten winner. So we have Rook Bishop versus Rook Knight endgame. The position seems to be quite dryish, but lacks bad pawn structure on the king's side, and the a7 pawn can be the deciding factor. I think Bishop e4. Yes, Bishop e4 was played. Bishop versus Rook Knight. Bishop d5 and Rook c5. White wins. Yeah, it should be winning completely for white now because d5 bishop is too strong. It cannot be stopped by any means. Now a7 is also dropped. So Raja 27 white win this. Should win this with correct play. c5 I think is fine. White doesn't need to be bothered about the f2 pawn if the c pawn can promote, but white is playing safe. King d3 I guess. Rook a6, king g7 should be winning. Yes, the tournament is organized by West Bengal's Adhoc committee to commemorate India's 74th Independence Day. This tournament is organized. There is no entry fee for the players, and total 5,000 rupees prize fund is there. And the C pawn is just going to promote. It's just unstoppable. I think C6. Okay, knight f4 check was coming, so that's why white played king d4. And now rook fell, so it's all over. Rice or coffee versus Abhinay after 12:31. So 3 minutes plus 0. There is no increment. This is a Swiss League tournament. It's not a regular Leeches Arena event. White has 24 seconds. Although there is no increment, but if you make a couple of pre-moves, I think you can save a bit of time. CD5 should be played. E6 will not drop, and white will not take it unless it's absolutely free. So maybe white's aim should be rook 1 e3, king f2, king e2, king f2, king e2, king d3, king d4, king c5. Practically it's not going to be easy, but that should be white's plan because black is stuck at defending the e6 pawn. I think g4 at one point may be possible. Not sure though. If g4 will have king g3 and g4 f4 will have king f4 I guess. But the problem is now the king will be stuck. Oops, f5 will also drop. So can rice or coffee win this? No, rook f5 does not work because of rook f1, so that's why white decided to play rook f2 first. Still rook f5 doesn't yeah, works. King e5 should have been played. Oh no, white missed a win. If white had played king e5, I think things would have been completely different. Yeah, now it's all over. White is down in time and position. Rook f4 was a blunder. Oh my god. So black just needs to survive 1 second. Now it all depends on who plays better pre-move. It seems like white was playing better pre-moves, but yeah. So next round is just going to start in a matter of few more. Payal Choudhury, Abhinayak, Chase Live, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Chavan 007, Kartavya Nadkar, so many players are leading. Muga Rasulov, Master Asit, that is Diptan Shankhadeep, Raja 27. So Diptan versus Payal Choudhury. Who is she? check if I can find out. Sumitra Sinha, link of what? The tournament? The tournament has already started, so I don't think link will be provided now because you cannot join the tournament anymore. It's not an arena event, so joining late means if you have missed 5 rounds, then you missed a lot. So trash-like position transposed into something like a slab exchange variation. The head-to-head score between Diptan and his opponent Choudhury is Diptan has defeated his opponent before, but they've only played one game against each other in leeches. Over the board, they might have played more. Yeah, white had to move the bishop to defend the b3 pawn. Of course, taking is a bad idea because dc4 opens the bishop's diagonal. So Diptan decided not to take it. And after c3, I think white's position looks a bit cramped. c1, a1 bishop is lacking any proper square, and the f1 knight is also stuck. Yeah, the position looks excellent for black. Although Diptan has time advantage, but it will be extremely difficult to get out of this position. Knight e1 threatening bishop e4 followed by bishop c3, but the problem is after knight e1 black can play rook e8 and defend the c3 pawn. And Diptan went with knight e1. Yeah, this is the obvious threat. Rook c8 should be played, I guess. Rook c8 to keep the e3 defended. Bishop f1 is a strange move. Okay, so this was the reason to keep the knight alive, I guess. But yeah, rook d2 cannot be played because cd2 you cannot do queen c7 because gc1 is there and then black will win. But bishop c3 can be played. And now it is safe to say that white is the one who has advantage because the c3 pawn is gone. Bishop takes c3. Sumitra says you told it will start from 7. Yeah, even somehow I had this misconception that it will start from 7. But the best thing is you should always contact the organizers. I'm not the organizer or part of the organizing team, so if you wanted to play, you should have contacted the organizer for all the tournament link and everything. Anyway, after bishop c3, black resigned. Okay, maybe rook c3 has queen c3 and black loses a piece. That is the reason. So very quickly things turned around. Chess live 1 2 3 4 5 against. So yeah, the position looks a bit imbalanced, but I think white has advantage in this position. Rook c5 excellent move. You cannot take with knight c5 is a fork, and now rook c3 has to be played. I guess I don't think any other option is. The idea behind rook c5 was to play rook f5 so that the other rook comes to c6. and rook f5 happened. Black dropped the queen, and now it's completely winning for white. Knight d7 is obvious move you have to play, and now white has to find a way to get rid of the c3 pawn. But the problem is the game is not over, even though white has managed to get the queen, because the moment white plays queen c4, black will put one of the rooks on c7 and save the c3 pawn. Queen c2, rook b4. Yeah, now black is completely winning. Rook b2, and there's no way for white to get back the game. Yes, king just needs to shelter from further checks, and white will be white will not be able to sit again. Yes, even c2 is very much playable because c1 queen and black wins. So 12 seconds left. I think black should be able to save this. Yep, e4 and just the pawn rolls. Since there are no checks, black will just use the queen and rook combination to win the game. I don't think queen e2 queen f2 is a good idea. Yep, white managed to win this with 2 seconds left on the clock. Anyway, so next round is about to start. Deep chess live 1 2 3 4 5. Vogar Rasulov, Azerbaijani Grandmaster, Charan uses one. I guess Hari Charan maybe. Machu Picchu, Gosov Kundu. These 5 players are leading. So you can see a lot of games are there. Total 414 players are playing. Wow, that's a lot of players. Anyway, let's see Raja 27 versus Deep. Oh my god, they have played 35 games against each other in leeches, and Deep has scored 25.5 against his opponent. 25.5. So there's a huge advantage for Deep. So according to stats, Deep has advantage. According to position, it's equal. So both players are blitzing out their moves. They know each other quite well. I mean, not personally, but at least over the board, you can tell. And now white has made some very 2.5 minute sets, and they're playing as if it's a bullet tournament, 1 minute with no increment. But within 30 seconds, I would say they have played 20 plus moves. And just right now, they have slowed a bit. Queen and minor piece ending. The position looks a bit trash. But of course, I don't think draw will be the result because the way they are playing. Where does the knight want to go from this? And I'm not sure. Maybe c4, but maybe black is also aiming for bishop f6, as well as preventing knight c5. Anyway, a lot of possibilities are there. It's very difficult to point out only one particular reason. Knight e2 maybe, knight e2 bd4 or something like that. Knight e2, knight f4 also. Knight e4, that is also possible. Interesting idea. Idea is to play queen c3 so that black does not have bishop f6. If black plays bishop f6, then knight f6 is there, and knight c6 is also there. So yeah, a lot of different ideas are there. In case anyone is wondering, I added a 30-second delay deliberately because, so that any idea or any plan which I mentioned, the players do not get to hear it. Since there is no increment, 30 seconds is a lot, so no one can wait for what ideas or moves which I'm going to mention and then apply it over the board. Queen f2, queen d3. Raja lost a valuable e3 pawn, and black has the one who has total control in this position. Yeah, time for black to utilize the knight. Okay, this is also possible, but I was thinking about knight b6, knight c4, a bit slower ideas. But anyway, after taking on e4, then knight b6, knight f4 also makes sense. Nothing wrong with it. Queen a1, knight c6. Okay, b4 is defended for a moment. Yeah, black's knight is a little bit stuck, but I think it's alright. Queen f1 was split to attack on f7, and queen c7 was to prevent the capture of f7. And now black is completely winning. There's nothing white can do to prevent it. And queen knight obviously favors the position. Knight d5 to prevent queen a8 ideas. Diptan is absolutely fantastic in these kind of positions where he has complete dominance. Knight e4, knight f6 is one last plan, but queen f4 and all possibilities are over. Yeah, black has a lot of time, does not need to be worried. a3, knight c1 and so on. Yeah, b3 had to be played because if knight b4 happens, then black will lose some important pawns. So that is the reason b3 was played. And king b5 is a blunder because after a3 the pawns will become unstoppable. Yep, this was there for a long time, and I think resign is the only option for white. It's all over. Yep, white resign. Okay, let's see what Charan and Machu Picchu are doing. Machu Picchu is completely winning. That is awesome Kundu. He's an exchange up and has an extra pawn. Yeah, just needs to get rid of the knight. Okay, Shepherd and versus Abhinay 1-2-3-1. Rook f1. Yeah, black is completely winning. Queen g3, queen h2 mate, unstoppable. Pile Choudhury versus Singham Dance. Rook f4. Oops, this is winning for white. But white ran out of time. That's the unbeaten winner versus Chesram. Chesram is Ramesh Krishnan. Unbeaten winner most probably Choudhury Gupta. White resigned and black won because not resigned. I'm sorry, white ran out of time. Of course, the position is far from resigning, but yeah, black should win this comfortably. But queen endings means anything can happen. Anyway, let's see Gobluk versus Aryan Varshne. So white has some kind of a fortress. Queen d3 mate. Yes. Checkmate ends the game. Aryan Varshne won. Let's see. Only the last few games are on. Rook versus Rook pawn endgame. Let's see this one. Yash 1810 versus Ritojoy 5. Yeah. Even theoretically also I think this position is winning for black. It's just that you need to get the idea correctly. Or is it? After Rook h2, how do we win this? Rook g2, king h1, Rook h2. No, I don't think this is theoretically winning. Anyway, so next round has started. 3 players are in the lead. Diptan, Fugar Rasulov and Kosa Kundu. Diptan and Fugar Rasulov has already made a quick draw. They are at 7.5 points out of 8 rounds. Still 2 more rounds to go. So Coast of Kondo versus Machu Picchu, that is Mitrabo. Sorry, Machu Picchu is Coast of Kondo. Black is I am Mitrabo Goa. We are witnessing a ready opening where Black has gained a lot of tempo early in the opening and F7 is about to drop. Oh my god. D5 E6 has cost Black a valuable F7 pawn. I don't know whether this will impact the outcome of the game, but definitely it has high chances. You can see their head-to-head scores. They have only made one draw, or sorry, two draws. Mitrabo has defeated Machu Picchu several times. The head-to-head score is Mitrabo has 10 points and Kosov has 4 points. Knight Gf7, Rook G8, Bishop G2, which is the idea. I mean, okay, both knights are stuck temporarily, but White does not need to be bothered about it because C4 and such ideas will be used. Yeah, knight d7 only helped White. Now White will get the knight out of the Bishop d5. Oh, Bishop d5 was missed. Bishop d5 was possible because of Bishop d5, e d5, Queen d5, and both rooks are under attack. Anyway, I think the position for White is still good, even though he missed Bishop d5, but still he can manage to create some real chances. Queen e2 idea is Bishop e4. Well, Queen h5 check wouldn't have made a lot of sense because Black would have played Queen f7. So yeah, there is that. Bishop e4, Queen c5. I think White can play Bishop e3 now and capture the a7 pawn. Yeah, White did not play it, quite surprising. I think after Bishop e3, Black had Queen a5, I guess, but still it was good in a way because it only forced Black Queen to go far away from White's king side. It's not that Black can generate any kind of attack in this position. If anything, it is White who can generate a lot of attack. But I don't know. I would have personally preferred to play Bishop e3, but the players who are playing are very strong. So if they decided to exchange off the bishops first and then play e3, definitely he has a reason behind it. It took a lot of time to decide what to do. Yep, White had to take. I think c3 b4 should just rapidly flow. Okay, the reason c3 he was taking his time is maybe Black. He was wondering if Black plays Bishop c5, but he went Bishop e7 instead. Maybe Rook f1, Queen e3, b5 can be considered. Okay, he went with Rook f1. Idea is Queen e3, then yep, b5 does not work yet, so Bishop has to move, I guess. Okay, so he's planning to create a battery of rooks on the a5. Yeah, so Black has a lot of moves. Black cannot be zugzwanged in this position. White needs to come up with something. Rook f5. Not sure if it is the best idea. Queen e3, c4, or Queen d3, c4. I don't know. Okay. What was White trying to do? I'm not sure. And now b4 drop. Can White play Queen b2? Yep. That's what I was thinking. And now, how will you save the bishop? Neither Queen nor Rook can defend it. cd4, I guess. Yes. And now Rook f4, I guess. But Rook f4 has a5, so that is the reason White played a Rook a1. Rook is under attack, so be careful. Rook rook c1 has to be played, I guess. Or rook f5 is also fine. Or b5 maybe? Is there any back rank issue? I don't think so. Why not rook b5? Yeah, queen b5 or queen b5 would have been better, I guess. Rook a7, queen h8, rook g7 has king h5, unfortunately. Oops, the king is running away towards h3. Yeah, there is no perpetual, so if black gives a check, king g2 and then f3 h3, too many checkmate threats are there. King g2, oops, it's all over. Queen h5 and yep, it's a check. So fantastic play from Koso. Okay, let's see this game. Chess Life 12345 versus Anonymous 61596. So it's a pretty equal end game. Draw should be the obvious result, but time is the key factor which will decide the fate of the game. King c3 should have been played, and black should have played king c4 after king e3. Black is just making the same moves. It's difficult to make an improvement. Oops, white just blundered a pawn, and now black should win this. Why would you create a rook pawn in a position like this? Oh, black takes it. Yes, black took it. And the way black was playing it was quite... No, king b4 needed to be played. Oh my god, black does not know. Anonymous has no idea about the endgame. This is completely winning for black. Why are you pushing the pawn? Leave the pawn and run away? What? That's hilarious. So black should still be able to win this, but we are witnessing some endgame, I think. I am sure black has no idea how to win this. He's just making random moves, somehow hoping that he will get a full point. H2. Hilarious. Queen e2 checkmate. Okay, he won it anyway. So sometimes you can just win a game without even knowing the theory. Anyway, so Kousov Kundu is leading 8 out of 8, followed by Ditan and Fuga Razulov at 7.5 out of 8. So this is a huge event, 4.5. Not 4.5, 4.14 I meant. So Fuga Rasulov is playing against Kousov Kundu. This is the 9th round of the tournament. 9th or 10th? I think 10th round. What was the score? Yeah, 10th, 9th round, sorry. So this is the penultimate round, still one more round left. Kousov has taken a dragon, opted for Sicilian dragon. Raslov has taken a very strong structure on the king side. He is aiming for f5. Bishop c4, pinning the knight, so that if white plays something like b3, I think he will take it, because if he played bishop c4 just to retreat back to bishop e6, then it doesn't make sense. e3, bishop e6, f5, and white will have huge advantage. So black is definitely ready to strike. Knight takes b4. Bishop d4. White wants to maybe go for e5, I guess. ab4, ef4, bishop f4. d6 is now our weak backward pawn. Black gave a check, king h1, rook f8, rook f e1. Why white didn't take the pawn? Okay, the reason is simple. Bishop e2, knight e2, knight e4 was there, so that is the reason. But wasn't b4 knight hanging? Queen d6 was possible, and I think it's still possible. Yeah. Now d6 is a sheer shot capture. Bishop d6 can be played, not queen d6, because c2 is hanging. Okay, bishop d6 still allows knight c2 anyway, because if you play queen c2, then queen d6 is there. So rook f4. Rook a3, a5. Somehow the piece coordination is better for black than white. But white is still in the game. Knight d5 cannot be played because of bishop e2 is there. You can't even play b3. Knight d2 is what white is aiming for after knight f1. Okay, knight c4, queen c4. Still queen d6 does not work because of knight c2, but after knight c2, white has rook f4. No. Bishop b6. No. Bishop b6 was there. Bishop b6, bishop a5 definitely worked. Yep, white got a chance, but of course saw it and prevented it. So Buga Rasulov is definitely quite in a bit of trouble, and no longer. So I think last 5 moves were only exchanges. Knight e1 or knight e3. Knight e3 has bishop f3 and knight e1 has bishop h1, so maybe a check. One more check. So I guess black has managed to. Nope, not managed to. Even bishop f3 was playable after knight e3. Oh no. Bishop f3 had knight d5, bishop e2, knight c3, and that would have been an easy draw. Of course, I was still fishing for the bishop. Knight d2, no. Knight g3, no. Oops, he dropped the rook. Yeah, it's over. Okay, rook bishop versus bishop and several more. Kartavya Natkar is the reigning national amateur champion. Butterfly knight, I'm not sure who he or she is. Black is playing continuous pre-moves, so it's just pre-move, 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 pre-move. That's what's happening. I think it should be a draw. White wants to go for a win, but oops, d3 or d3 was hanging. Oh no, bishop f4. That's a hilarious way to draw. I mean, at least white didn't lose the game. Anyway, let's see this. Go Blook 1 versus Wade Pro. Okay, I'm waiting for the game. Rook f5. What? What, bro? Wade Bro played like what, bro? He just blundered an exchange, just like that. King e4 was possible, I would say. Yeah, now it is. Somehow his rook was looking like he's about to drop and he dropped it. for free, and now white is completely winning. Yeah, white won on position and time both. Anyway, so the penultimate round is over. Final round is about to begin. Bugar Razulov from Azerbaijan, Grandmaster, he is leading. Tiptan is at 8 points. Kostov, Dub, Adventure, both of them are at 8 points. Kostov and Razdev Shaka. Dub Adventure, if I remember correctly, is I am Razdev Shaka. Anyway, so Razdev versus Bugar Razulov, the top board game we are going to see now. It's an English opening. Everybody loves English these days. White has opted for a very strong structure. Razulov obviously after knight d4 made the pre-move because white was, forced to play knight after knight d4 queen d4, so he kept bishop g4 on pre-move. Razulov is playing very fast, although he needs I think half point to win, but he wants to finish strong and does not want to leave things up to tie breaks. He wants to make sure that he becomes a clear champion. b3, knight c5 to defend the b7 pawn. Of course, white cannot take it because queen c5 comes with a check, and you do not get the opportunity to capture on b7 and then hope that after rook b8 you will play queen e7. No, that does not work like that. Okay, since the queen did not lack a proper square to defend b2 pawn, white decided to take it, and now queen c2 was played. White is in a pickle because if you take, then rook c2 and b2 drops anyway, and still b2 drops anyway after bishop d3. But I think this one has more chances for white because it's an opposite color bishop. So even if white is down by a pawn, white can definitely try to hold it. Rook c4 I think, or not. White wants to bring his king into action very quickly. Bishop e3, I think now rook c4 has to be played. Yep, rook c4. If black takes, white will take it with a b pawn. Quite obvious. You want to get rid of your isolated pawn. And now bishop c2, bishop a4, bishop b5 just to freeze the pawns. If rook c8, then bishop b3 maybe. King f6 will have g4. The reason g5 was played is to prevent white from playing f4, and now the king gets into the square because king f1 is the reason. King e5, king e2, and now you cannot play king d4 because after rook d1 check the bishop will drop. The bishop will drop or not. King c3 is coming. Wow. Yeah, but I don't think white is in any kind of trouble. Maybe bishop a4 first would have been a better idea. Bishop a4 to prevent the capture of the c4 pawn, but it is still fine, I would say. I don't think rook c1 was the best move, but what do you do after king b4? I mean, you cannot defend both bishop and the pawn at the same time. You have to go bishop b5 and then black will play a4, and if you play rook a1 then you have to give up c4. Maybe rook a1, okay, rook a1 is not a good idea because bishop d4, rook a2, king c4, and you lose the pawn and then black gets b5 anyway. Yeah, now I think white should be able to hold this, although it looks incredibly difficult. Maybe, just maybe, white can salvage it wrong. Because black king is not getting out of the a file anytime soon. Black will try to open up on the king side, h5, h4, something like that. White just needs to make sure everything stays locked down on the king side. Yeah, if ed5 is played, white will play cd5. e6, h4. Okay. Yeah, it should be a draw. I think Raslov's tiebreak is better, so even if he makes a draw, it should not be ordered. Oh my god! There is a checkmate. How do you stop it? Wow! Did Black just blunder a simple draw on game? Oh my god! What an amazing end! Brilliant play by Nazir. Penguin James is lol. My god, that's one of the most hilarious finish I have seen. Rasulov, who was just a half point away from victory, and draw was almost guaranteed, I should say. Always remember, it is not over until it's over. So Leeches says this is the top game of this round at the moment among the active games. And rook f6, queen d5, and it is winning for white. Is it queen e5 first? Yes, and white one. Yes, because white will just keep pushing the pawn, advancing the king, and you know, take on g7 when white has like nothing else to do. Okay. So white has an extra rook. Singham dance. Singham dance is, I think, international master Pranesh. Charan is, I guess, Haricharan. I am not sure. What? What was the reason behind rook f5? There was no checkmate at h5. Anyway, this happens when you're playing online chess. You play a lot of moves. So Aryan Varshne is playing against Grandmaster Lakshman. Varshne is winning. Queen d5 check or not. He wants to promote another queen. That will be quicker, I guess. Yes. Yeah, promoting a queen means you don't have to calculate. Bringing the king means he has to think and do something. Chess live 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus go blue. Go blue or go black or something like that. Black should win this comfortably. Yeah, while black has advantage on board and clock. So Dub Backbencher, I think that is Rajdeep Shakar, international master, has won the tournament. Let's confirm the name once. Okay, the name is not mentioned, but I think if my memory is correct, then so you can see he won. He lost the fourth round, but then he won the next 6 games, and that allowed him to win. Divtayan finished second with 8.5 points. So 7 players finished at 8.5. Divtayan finished at second. Butterfly Knight is at third position. Vuka Rasulov, Grandmaster from Azerbaijan, finished at fourth position. Machu Picchu, that is Kostov Kundu, who was playing brilliant throughout the tournament, only against Vuka Rasulov he lost in the penultimate round. That cost him some valuable places. He finished fifth. Sixth is Singham Dance, that is, I think I am Pranesh M. Seventh, Aryan Varshne, FIDE Master. Eighth, reigning national amateur champion Kartavya Natkar. Ninth, FM Elas Trihari. 10th, Payal Choudhury. 8 points. 9th and 10th finished at 8 points. And we have some more players, 5 more players at 8 points. Sharp My 05 is at 8 points. Pro Pritam 8 points. I am Anvesh. This is I am Anvesh Upadhyay, I am sure. Yes, Dr. and I am, as you can see. Chase Ram, that is Ramesh Krishnan. Go Blue, I don't know who he is or who she is. Charan 07, Chess Lover 2001. 7.5 points. Ferocious Lion 98999. 7.5. Spark 50 also 7.5. MP Chess King, I think someone from here, Madhya Pradesh, 7.5 points. Arya GM 4000, 7.5 points. Lakshman 7.5. IG 2050, 7.5. And from 24 to 30, a lot of players are at 7 points. Chess Live 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, T Notorious, Abhas Chess, Anonymous, Abhinayak, SD 1109, Mintrabo, International Master. Aspire to Inspire, and some more players at 7 points. Ankit Singh, Moon 2003, Vishal 123. Vishal 123 is, I guess, the tournament coordinator. Anvit Abrojyoti, Nandesh, Babai Chess, Penguin GM1. Updated. Okay. Penguin GM1 updated. He's a fan of Penguin GM1, not the actual Penguin GM. He's a Grandmaster, Andrew Tang. Harsh VS Rao, some more players, 41 to 50 at 7 points. Rito Joy 5, Virat Das, Akshay 2200, VJ 2703, CM Kobe Magic, Sumit Borua, Optical Mouse, Orco 1535, Mascot Ramans. Projoy 1402, unbeaten winner. From 52 to 60, we have 6.5 points. New Master 15, Indian Gang. Mitra Kandan, Devar Pita, De Shayantan, Shapon Mitra, Raja 27, Shankardev 2006. Shapon Mitra is a veteran and legendary Shapon Mitra, I guess. Very strong player. It's good to see that he is playing online chess. From 61 to 65, we have some more players at 6.5 points. VP, Nanita, Psycho Bull, Nirmal, 1565, AD, the Champion, Avengers 2008, Dangerous Dark, Magic, Berserk King, 66 to 70 at 6 points. Berserk King, Iqbal 80, Manu 1205, Legendary, Swampert. Wow. Mitul Bala 71 to 80, Mitul Bala A4ED8 or A4ED, I don't know. Rice or Coffee. I am Nila Shaha. I map Datta Uma, Sriyanka, Modern Kunj, ASN 2010, Srihan Sabat. 81 to 90, 6.5 points. Barbie 2004, Chase Lab 1234, Sagar Shetty, Bamcha Singh, Devapriya 2009, or Devapriya maybe, Blazer 98, Srinandan Babu, Ria S. Basha, Rini 06, Sanyam 15J, 91 to 100 also at 6 points. Mish 2, Gagan 143, Ami Ek Pagal, Mugaho 1112, Pranav LKO, Shine 2, Sanjay Verma, Anirban 73, Kushal Jain, Suhani 99, 101 to 110, Nishad NSD, Ankit 1008 2001, Sachin Gaurav, Esravi 9, Obijit 2019, Amarnath COVID 2, Ballastic, VP Tanu, Wait Bro. Okay, so 111 from 111 to 120. 112 to 120 finished a series. 5.5. I am Orko, Samar J Rao, I think. Chase 32 men, JP Chase 2K, Vivid Ghost, Kartik 2401, Dina Zubzang, Shornonil, Rajbir, Backstorm. 121 to 130, 121 to 128 are at 5.5. Blunder King, Lakshmi Shri Harini, Sin J, Rishiraj Rathod, Kobe Mark, Wonderful Tactics, Undertaker 50, okay. Undertaker is finally retired, but good to see that you are still playing. Manas World 2906 2006, Vicky 499, Prithvi 131 to 140, 5 points. Aditya Pan, Devjit Khan, Enjoy 11, Shepherd Ad, Aditya 19, PMV 70, Oyan 12, Prisu Chess, Enthanis, Orbita 141 to 150, 5 points. Srijit Roy 2008, Tanu Harsh, Manesha Shah 2007, Ray Ashmir, Superhuman the Best, Arman 23, Pankhar, Devarpon 8, Lost Winner, Yash 1810, 151 to 160, 5 points. Magical Tal, Ritik Gupta, Mercy Soul 07, Meghna Tuku, Euphoric S, Shomalo Khaskel, Amit Yadav, MSD King, Sumit 1, Commodity 88, 161 to 170, again 5 points. Mishra Ashish, Vinod Joshi Sir, Tiger Speed 1177 1032, Idea Power, Ratanan Mol, Roshanjit, Ruksha, Lightning Thunder, Giant CS R Rao DP, 171 to 180, again 5 points. Dr. Mastermind, Ketan KB, Das 4, Chila Bharat 7499, Sri Prathi K Babuj, Pratyush Sahi Ayush CCA, SL Bhupati Raja, Ranojoy 1990, Pulo Nito, 181 to 190, 183 to 190 are at 4.5 points. Sudeep Ghosh, Obijit, Eco 1244, Dhruv Phukan, AGM Prince Insa, Shubhasish 10, Devario, Srinjoy, Rajdev, Sham. 191 to 200, 4.5 points. Ohana, Pupu Mumu, Shahana, Aditya Jain, Vivan Roy, Neat 64, Shampot Modlik, Suraj Kumar Maharana, Master Magnus Datta, Shakkorup 06. 201 to 210, 201 to 208, 4.5. These are the names. 211 to 224 points. Again 221 to 230 also 4 points. 231 to 240 4 points. 241 to 50 4 points. 251 to 259 4. 260 to 270 for 3.5. 271 to 80 also 3.5. Some more 3 points. Yeah, so these are the players. So you can see a lot of people played this tournament. Most of them did not finish it, but 363 I think. Yeah, these people, okay, so they played at least one round. So 414 people played. Once again, the winner of the tournament is I am Rajdeep Shaka. He's also studying medical, so we also have another doctor future doctor among us. Grandmaster Deeptan Ghosh finished second, and Butterfly Knight finished third. Anyway, once again, thank you everyone for watching. That's all for today. Stay tuned. Thank you, Asit Kaku, for